Gather round will come to its conclusion with Port Adelaide going down again, this time at the hands of the flaming hot Hawthorn Hawks. Now, before we break it down, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and let us know what you think is going to happen in this matchup, and if you agree with the tips or not. Now, yes, the flaming hot Hawks, a 4-0 to start the year, and you know what? I've been even more impressed with them after their tight victory against GWS. Look, the conditions were troubling, and they showed a whole heap of maturity for such a young squad and overcome those crazy wind conditions in Tasmania to get the win against the Giants, who are a contender this year. So coming up against Port, who are absolutely struggling with a record of 1-3, only beating Richmond this season, it's hard to tip against from the Hawks. Look, Hawthorn have won all of their matches this year by a margin of 1-39. They do enough, they control the ball, and they keep the score low, and they keep their opponents outside of their defensive 50. Look, and that's real trouble for Port, because Port can they do okay getting into their opposition 50, but they struggle when they're there and they miss their opportunities. They're ranked 14th again this season in goals per inside 50s, converting it over just over 21%. So the Hawks are going to be tight, and Port aren't going to get in there as much, and then they're going to struggle once again under pressure, which they have done for the last few seasons. Look, we say it once, say it again. Port are good against poor teams, poor against the good ones, and that's going to be the case, unfortunately, in front of their home fans when they take their second loss in Adelaide in a row. So back Hawthorn 1-39, and for this game total to stay under 178. Look, in the past, 6 matches, it's only gone over once between these two sides, and you can just expect another tight defensive performance by the Hawks. So there are your 2 tips for Sunday's final match of Gather Round. Just remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.